Today I'm doing a book review on the book Paranormalcy by Kiersten. This book takes place in our current era where paranormals are often found and known of by a few humans, but most paranormals. The main character's name is Evie, and she works for the IPCA, which stands for the International Paranormal Containment Agency. This agency helps bring in bad paranormals and put them to good use. Evie has a special talent where she can see through glamours on paranormals. For example, if you were to look at a vampire, you wouldn't know it was a vampire. But Evie does, because when she looks at them, she can see literally the dead body underneath the glamour of the vampire. Because of this, she is an asset to the IPCA, and she is the only known human being of her kind who can see through any paranormal glamour. She usually goes on bag and tag runs where she finds a vampire, puts a tag on it, and reads him his rights. Pretty simple stuff. Her life is kind of boring too. I mean, she's 16 years old, and she lives in a facility, and she's never gone to a real school, and there's nobody her age. Her best friend is a mermaid. And you know, mermaids, they don't look like how you think they would. They're like a giant fish with, like, I don't know, scaly human torso. Her favorite thing to do is to watch Easton Heights, which is like a mockery of high school. So yeah, her life is pretty boring. As the story goes on, you find out that there are a lot of paranormals going missing, and nobody really knows why. Now, this is the main problem of the story. Nobody knows where these paranormals are going. Because these paranormals are going missing, or they're not really missing, they're just dying. Because these paranormals are being killed, and their bodies found, some of them not found, lots of death going on here. Because of this happening, Evie's boss, Raquel, ends up being impersonated by somebody, and Evie can see through the glamour of the impersonation, and she can't really pinpoint what's behind the glamour. It's really hard for her to see. She can't focus on it. She's never seen anything like it before. This person ends up being contained because Evie can see through the glamour and is able to actually tase him, or her. You couldn't tell at the time, but it's a him, you find out. And she's actually able to tase him and get him in a containment cell before he can do any more damage. But the reason he impersonated her boss is because he doesn't know why all these paranormals are dying either, and he's trying to solve the problem, and he thought IPCA knew what was going on. Eventually, Evie becomes friends with this person, who you find out his name is Lend, and they break out of the IPCA containment facility because Evie really doesn't feel like she's free there. She's not. She can't go to real school, and she can't go do the things she wants to do. So she helps Lend break out, and they go and they solve this whole mystery of what's going on, and it's a real near-death experience. But if I tell you, it spoils the whole book, so I'm going to stop here. In my opinion, this book is a great book for anybody who loves paranormal things and likes to read about paranormal things, and they like that little bit of teenage drama in there too, and a little love and romance. It's a nice, well-rounded book. I mean, it's not gonna be as good as like I just reviewed The Host. It's not as good as that, but it's really good if you like this kind of thing. If you hate teenagers and paranormal stuff, then don't buy it. But otherwise, it's a great book. I do recommend it.